Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the first edition of Motivational Mondays with Morgan. A few days ago, I created this video called 5 Steps Towards Success. And if you haven't listened to that video, I encourage you to go listen to it so you can be up to speed on what we're going to talk about today. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and go ahead and catch up on that first video. It's about 9 minutes long, and it is really helpful in order to be able to follow along with what's going on in today's talk. I won't expand too much on what we talked about last time, but I will go over what our 5 steps for success are. One would be to get started. Just get started. Number 2 is to surround yourself with the right people. Number 3 is to speak life to your situation. Number 4 is to actually believe the things that you are speaking. And number 5 is don't stop. Okay, so I posted something a couple of days ago, and it was 2 simple sentences saying, worrying about it won't change a thing. You've actually got to do something. Do is a verb, and a verb signifies action. So in order to make progress, in order to make changes, you actually have to be taking action. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers, a lot of motivational talks, and some of the people that I like to listen to are Lisa Nichols, Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Tony Robbins. These motivational speakers and educators, they have a really good story, and they always have something good to say, something to learn from. But I often pull from movies. I am a movie lover, and one of the movie series that I really like is Rocky. And one of the later Rocky movies called Rocky Balboa, there is a segment in the movie where he is in the street talking to his son, and it's a monologue where it is so inspirational, and there are a lot of things that he touches on in that part of the movie. But he starts off by saying, let me tell you something that you already know. The world is a cruel and nasty place, and no, I don't care how tough you are, it'll beat you to your knees, and it'll keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life, but it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. It's about how much you can take and keep moving forward. So if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. Now that sentence right there has got to be the most powerful statement in that entire monologue for me, because he's saying so much. It's about having a vision, having a goal, understanding who you are, but in knowing all of that, actually making moves to show the world or to accomplish it for yourself. See, today we have a lot of positive thinking, a lot of positive talk, and it's so popular. I mean, we've got coffee mugs, coasters, posters, books, all screaming positive aspirations at us, and there's nothing wrong with these things. All of these things are great, but they are great for vision enhancement, positive reinforcements. But the more I see these kinds of things, the more that I realize that we like to hear things, we like to be pumped up, we like all the fluff, but we don't actually like to do the work. We are lacking in ambition, and this leads me to the question: is our vision really real? See, I hear a lot of people's visions, wants, dreams, and unfortunately, I just don't see a lot of work. Understand what I'm saying, that having a vision, writing things down, and having a plan is great. I'm actually an advocate for making a vision board and actually having a plan. But at some point, you've just got to put in the work. You got to figure out what you can do right now with the tools that you already have. Now, this is important because we can get really busy with procrastination. And sometimes that looks like, well, I need to come up with a business name. I'm going to start at the first of the year, or I'm going to start next month. I need to get some business cards. Does any of this sound familiar? Well, if it does, all of those things are great. You're going to need those things. Yes, and planning is great, but figure out what you can do with the tools that you have right now to take a step in the direction towards your vision for success. And notice that I said your vision, emphasis on your, because God gave it to you. It's not your mom's, it's not your dad's, it's not your sister's, it's not mine. I can talk and talk and talk until I run out of breath. But if you don't actually take the action, then you'll get nothing done. Your vision, your responsibility. So we're going to pick up with don't worry, get to work next week in part 2. But until then, remember that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are amazing. So go live your dream in 2017. And in the words of my grandmother Hazel, if the Lord say so, I'll see you again soon.